So earlier this week, Infinity Ward finally released their Season 2 roadmap, and if you haven't seen it yet, it's not even worth finding, okay? I would put it on your screen, but it's literally such a waste of my time to find it, save it, upload it. Basically, here, I'll summarize it for you. Nothing, okay? They're adding like Infected, they're bringing back Museum, and that's about it. And obviously, after getting that kind of news, most of the community is not really happy, right? Like, not only did you release the game and make us wait like a month before the season, the real game actually started. And on top of that, you pushed back Season 2, you delayed it because you needed some extra time. That's great, right? Like, take the time that you need to do it right because, well, you've already screwed it up pretty bad. And because of that, I think most of us really started to up our expectations. We're like, you know, well, we want to see a few maps, not remakes. We want to see a few brand new maps. We want new guns. We want new, we want to see a game that is worth $70 at this point. And looks like we're not getting it in Season 2. And by the time this game actually might get good, it turns out there's going to be a new Call of Duty coming out this year. So this guy on Twitter named Jason Shear said, I'll write a story at some point, but what happened was Treyarch's game was planned for 2023. Early last year, they decided to delay Treyarch's game to 24 and fill in the blanks with more Modern Warfare stuff from Sledgehammer. And at some point, they decided to frame it as a full release. I'm not gonna lie, when everyone was talking about that tweet, you know, I'm like, who is this Jason Doodlebob guy? Like, who cares what he really has to say? But then some more sources that are a little bit more credible started backing up Jason's claims, like Charlie Intel, for example. He says the new title from Sledgehammer is expected to be a fully fledged premium game as part of the Modern Warfare universe. Per Insider Gaming, beta is expected in October, first on PlayStation. So, with all that being said, I have seen a lot of Call of Duty commentators talking about how they're frustrated, how they are confused, like this kind of just came out of nowhere. And why are we talking about the next game when it's freaking February and we still have no content in Modern Warfare 2, right? Like, we are not even halfway through this game's life cycle, and we are already talking about the next game that's going to be coming out. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but the reason everyone is so upset at Activision for doing this is, one, because it's kind of unannounced. Obviously, it's a leak. This has not come from Activision's lips just yet, but, you know, if we start seeing some leaks and rumors come about, you know, I'm not going to be surprised, and I'm not going to put it past Activision to try and pull this off. But the reason everyone is so upset is because they kind of promised that Modern Warfare 2 would be a 2-year development game, and obviously with us only being like really 3 months into this game's life cycle, I mean, it makes sense that people are upset that we're already going to be getting a new game when we were promised this was going to be next year's game, right? Now, to be completely honest with all of you, I fully expected this. In fact, I would have been more shocked had we not got a Call of Duty at the end of this year. And I fully understand that this is what they said, and you know, you kind of trusted them on their word, but the way I looked at it was, these are the same people who have been pumping out Call of Duties for almost 20 years now. I really didn't expect them to just stop and not put one out this year, you know? Like, it reminds me a lot of people who say, I'm going to go on a diet, and then they're like, well, you know, I messed up, okay, I'm going to start it next week instead because I really want to eat these brownies and pizza or whatever, right? And then next week happens and they're like, well, I really am going to start it next weekend because I want to eat, you know. That's kind of the same impression I get with these guys, except for when it comes to the green paper, these people do not stop. And I am not taking the side of Activision when I say this, but you know, I'm just trying to look at things from their perspective. Maybe they really did have high hopes for Modern Warfare 2. They really expected to build off of the Modern Warfare 2019 franchise, I guess you can call it. And as we all know, the numbers are just simply not there. Now, rather than fixing the problem and actually just saying, hey, Infinity Ward, you guys need to listen to what the people want, instead they're just going to pivot, try something else, and do what they've always done, which is just put out another game. Basically, the moral of the story is, when you are burned once, you will be burned twice by the same people, because some people like to think that, you know, individuals can change over time, but but really they don't. Like, that's just like 1 in a trillion chance it actually happens. Kind of like we all have that one friend that'll ask to borrow just $20, you know, he'll pay you right back, and then you never see the $20 bill again until, you know, he asks again, hey dude, I really need 20 bucks this time. And eventually you get burned enough to where you're like, you know, how about you go borrow 20 bucks from someone else? Anyways, I think you guys kind of get the idea by now. This game has really just gone to hell in a handbasket. Is it going to be good by the end of its life cycle? Probably not at this point, right? Like, unless things change, which I said is a 1 in trillion chance, probably not. It's probably still not going to be a good game. We're not going to have the amount of content it should have. Anyways, one thing I want to address that was probably one of the top comments on my latest videos, which was, well, if you don't like the game, then why are you still playing it? Guys, listen, here's the thing, okay? I record just about every game I play just because in that rare instance I get a lobby that is not full of a bunch of wannabe TTV losers and a bunch of wannabe scumps, you know, all practicing for their CDL tryouts. In that very rare instance, I might get a decent gameplay where I get like a 2KD, right? Like, I don't claim to be good at COD. I'm not good at this game. I don't practice. I just play to have fun, right? I'm just a normal dude with a normal job who plays video games occasionally. Anyways, this is my hard drive. This is all the gameplays I really have left of Modern Warfare 2 here. Look at the dates for yourself. They're right there. I highlighted them in red for you. You have November 5th all the way to January 24th. There you go. Those are the days that I have played Modern Warfare 2, and as you can see, it is next to nothing. Now that I show that, the next comment I'm gonna get is, well, how can you comment on the game if you don't ever play it? The game never changes. It's been the same game since it has launched. Please enlighten me. What have I been missing out on? Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, especially all the support we've gotten in the last 24 hours. I really think with this news coming out, people are pissed. Like, they are very, very angry. Also, thank you all so much for all the recent support here this week. I mean, you guys have been absolutely killing it. If you are new here, please be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Everyone have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you all next time. Later.